Okay, so here's my review for Running Man. Now, this is a reboot, and I'm gonna be fully transparent like I always am. I actually never seen the 80s version, the Arnold Schwarzenegger version, but I do have a lot of context for it, but that's not what we're talking about today. But they do pay tribute to him in a couple different ways, but I'm not like new rock stars or nothing. I'm not about to break down Easter eggs unless it's like horror stuff that I'm really interested in. But let's get into the review, my personal opinion. So, I will say for this movie, it's a good 8 out of 10. It was fast paced, it was quick, it was shot fantastically. It was acted well. Honestly, Glenn Powell has really been doing his thing. The only movie I don't like him in, and that's because the movie is just god awful boring, is Twisters. The trailer itself was amazing. The movie itself was boring. This complete opposite. The Running Man trailer was amazing. Watching the movie, had a great time. It flew by, it didn't drag on. None of that. Now, there were certain little bumps in the road as far as like plot point wise, but I think for me personally, I think it's them pulling a little bit from the 80s and that futuristic, because if y'all didn't know, this is based off of Stephen King's short story. And it's only so much you could do with a short story, especially when you stretch it, and then especially when there's already an 80s version of it. But you kind of want to pay homage to both things. So with this movie, I like the fact that it starts out pretty simple. At least as far as his character, he's a dad just trying to do the best he can. His wife trying to do the best she can. They're raising a daughter that's sick, and it's in a post-apocalyptic dystopian world where basically it's like 50 cajillion dollars for a fucking Advil. Like, that's how bad it's gotten. So already right there, they're pulling on heartstring and they're making you connect to him and his situation just as a human. And it spirals because they have their conversation and everything like that, and he wants to do what's best and ends up, long story short, ends up entered into the Running Man, and comes to find out even the Running Man competition is super corrupt. Yes, you're doing all you can to survive, but also the survival is getting them ratings, so they will actually let you survive longer than they actually want you to. They will manipulate, they will AI, they will use propaganda, all that stuff like that. Manipulate just to keep that viewership up. And when that viewership drop and you're no longer useful, it's it. So I just love the high octane roller coaster that it went throughout that movie. Everybody acting did they thing. Thanos did they thing. Like, he made you hate him, and he got his just desserts when he got his just desserts. I won't tell you when. I'll just say he did. But for me, rating wise, I definitely say 7.5, 7.9 out of 10. What all anytime we'll watch again. The only reason why it's not like an 8 or higher for me is only because it is long. It's not long bad. Trust me, it's not long bad, but it is something to where it's just like I love Lord of the Rings, but you can't watch, you know, the 2.5 hour or even the 4 hour cut of Lord of the Rings all the time. Some super fans can. I got too much things going on in my life, art, business, everything like that, to sit 4 hours. I can watch two different movies in that span. And kind of the same thing with this. If I want to watch a show or something like that, that's like 3, 4 episodes in the span of this one movie. But if y'all haven't seen it, check it out. If you have seen it, let me know in the comments below. And that's it. Peace.